A Seminole County resident, best known as the Junkman, is making headlines once again following his latest arrest last night.
That wasn't me. I swear it wasn't this time.
What are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to look at 15 things I thought as a kid growing up was real. Well, in movies that would happen or be real when I got an adult. This is the way life works. And it turned out once I hit adulthood, I know it's hard to believe, I'm living in Arrested Development, but I sadly am an adult. Not the TV show. So we're going to look at 15 things that I thought growing up, that's the way life was. And when I grow up, I'll see that. But it never happened. And I'm sure there's many others. You guys can tell me in the comments below. Somebody send me a message. Why do people always send me messages when I'm trying to talk to the fine folks out there in YouTube land? So I got on 15 written down here on the note cards. I know you like it when I do the note cards. So let's not waste any more time. We'll go with number 15. No matter what someone does on a computer, they're gonna type a lot of letters. I don't care if you're hacking into a computer system. I don't care if you're making plane reservations. They're gonna do this. What's your name, sir? William Todd. And you would like to fly where? Oh, St. Louis, Massachusetts. And what is that date you will be returning back? December 11th, 2010. Oh, the hell. Hit the wrong button and started some music. I guess you can do everything with the keyboard nowadays. But you get the gist. Whenever they talk about a keyboard or something, whenever they do something on a computer, they type like 1,000 keys. That stuck right in the microphone, and I couldn't do that again if I tried. Okay, where we at now? Number 14. 14. If you have a friend and he's been shot and he's about to die, all you have to do is grab him by the shirt and say, "Live, damn it! Don't you die on me!" And chances are he's gonna come back. But even if he doesn't come back, you have to at least scream, "Don't you die on me! Live, damn it, live!" and shake him around. 98% of the time, he'll come back. He'll be okay. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Okay, number 13, right here. If you have a bomb to defuse, always cut the red wire. It's always the red wire. It's not the blue one. It's not the green. But you have to ask, which one do I cut? It's always the red one. And also, whenever you have a bomb, if you're making a bomb or if you find a bomb, it always has a big digital red clock countdown on it. Always counting down the seconds and the minutes until the bomb blows up. Just how it is. It's always going to be like that. Get out of here. Where we at? Number 12, right here. If someone lives in a old rundown hotel or maybe an old apartment, outside the window will be a neon light. I couldn't wait till I grew up and got a rundown apartment or lived in a hotel room so I could see that neon light shining through my window. I always liked a good neon light. So that's it. Neon lights. Can't have a rundown, shabby apartment without a neon light outside. Maybe some of the letters are missing or maybe it's flashing the whole time, but you'll have it. Let's see. Number 11. If you're an adult, see, I thought this was when I grew up. You go out to buy groceries, you get them in a bag, you have to buy French bread. I don't know why. Watch any movie where they go to the grocery store and they'll have a piece of bread, French bread, I guess it's called, sticking out of the bag. It's always so tall that it's popping out of the bag. I've never ever bought any bread like that. It looks like it's hard as a rock. I bought a loaf of bread, but I've never had that big old, that uncooked sub sandwich bread that you buy. French bread, I believe it's called. Or the French will call it la bicotique bread. French bread, you have to buy it and it has to stick out of the brown sack. Although I never even see anybody with a brown sack anymore. But if you buy groceries, it's going to stick out the top of it. What number are we at now? Let's see here. Number 10. If you're in a car wreck, the airbag will pop out about 10 seconds after the wreck. It will. 10 seconds after the wreck. 10 seconds. 15 maybe. Maybe not. But after the wreck, that's when the airbag will pop out. Let's see what we at. Number 9 already. Can't believe we're at number 9 already. This day's going by fast, ain't it? Number 9. If you run into a set of twins, or maybe you're a twin yourself, or you have twins, one of them will be evil. I don't care. If I see, to this day, if I see twins walking around, I know in my head, one of those twins are evil. There's always this. We're always a real nice twin and an evil twin. Now, sometimes you see two people walking side by side, and you think they're just twin, and one of them is evil. But sometimes it's not a twin at all. Although it looks just like the other person, sometimes, rarely, but it happens, sometimes it's not a twin, it's a scheming lookalike. You have to watch out for the scheming lookalikes also. They're just as bad. If not worse, because they're always scheming. And they don't even have a reason to be evil. What are we up to now? Number 8. Number 8. I was into computers growing up when I was younger. You know, back when we had TRS-80. Anybody remember that? Dial-up modems. No internet. Local BBSs. Anyway, I wanted to be a hacker. And I said, well, I'm a little too young right now to be a hacker, but when I grow up, I'm going to have to be a hacker. So what do I need to be a hacker? It's a good question. Anyone into computers wanting to hack stuff has asked that same question. And there's some things you really need if you're going to be a hacker. There's 2 things you need besides the computer, of course. 1, you need a backpack. All hackers have a backpack. You can't hack anything if you don't have a backpack. But there's one thing that's more important than the backpack to a hacker. And that's, if you watch movies, you already know what it is. All hackers have to have a skateboard. Hackers love skateboards. Don't know why. I don't know if they use it to break into the mainframe or something. I'm not really sure. Let's see. What number are we up to now? Number 7. It says 7 on this card. You didn't catch me looking at that screen. Number 7. Number 7. Oh. If you're driving, now this is one that Dukes of Hazzard taught me really bad. If you're driving down the road, I don't care how straight the road is, you're going to have to turn the wheel like this when you're driving. Talking to your friend, hey, where's Corey? I don't know, I haven't seen him since season 4. I don't care. It could be the straightest road in the world, but you're going to hit bumps and you're going to turn like this. Honestly, when I started driving like 15, when I started learning how to drive, I got in the car and I started doing that. Because I saw the Duke boys and other people do it so much. So, I thought when I grew up, that's how you had to do it. Okay, what are we up to now? Number 6. Now this is one I see portrayed in movies all the time. All the time. And maybe it's just my high school, but it seems from watching movies, you assume when you got to high school, well, it's 2. I'm going to put 2 here. One thing you assume is that everybody likes to take a shower in front of everybody. I've never once seen a school where I had to take a shower, get naked in front of other kids. Never. Never had to take a shower at school. I also never had a nurse at school. That seems really big in the movies too, that you go to school and have a nurse. But I'm talking about the groups in school. Before I went to high school, this is how I thought it would be because of all the movies and stuff. That they were clusters of, there were the popular kids, they were the jocks, they were the band geeks, they were the nerd geeks. And then there was the goth kids, and then there was the kids that just really didn't care. But I never saw that in school. Maybe it was just a school I went to. Sure, you might have had some like popular kids that everybody knew more about or something, but no, but the jocks talked to the geeks talked to the airheads talked to the potheads. Everybody just hung out together. It was never a clique or whatever they call it today. It was never like you see in the movie where the popular kids and they're like, oh, she's sitting over in the lunchroom by herself. Don't sit with that. She's a band geek. No, I never once saw that in high school, middle school, or anything. Again, maybe it was just my school. Let's see what we're up to now. Number 5. This works for westerns, but not just westerns. Have you ever been watching a movie and there's a bar fight, or whenever someone's in a bar, what's the bartender doing 98% of the time? He's just cleaning out a shot glass with a rag. Polishing up, making it look good. It's like that's all bartenders did. I thought I'm going to be a bartender where I grow up because that's all they do. They stand there, even during the fight sometimes, they'll just polish up an old glass, a shot glass. And I thought I had a shot glass here. I thought I had a shot glass. Oh well. You know, they're just polishing it up. I don't know why I'm trying to demonstrate what a polish is. You know what polish means. Get back over there. Ran this video into the ground. Get out of here. What are we up to? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, what are we up to now? This one gets me right here. Everyone remembers phone numbers or numbers, not just phone numbers. Have you noticed that? Hey, what's your number? I'll give you a call later. In a big crowded bar, you can call me. It's always what? 555. That's part easy to remember. 555-724-6873. Gotcha. I don't remember that, and I made it myself. I don't remember it. Maybe I'm just horrible with numbers. Somebody tells me a number, you could tell me the number 32, and I would forget it within 10 minutes. I'd be like, what did he say? 32, 31, 33, 23. What did he say? I think he said B. But no, and it doesn't matter. They don't write down nothing. But they remember it. Never have a problem remembering it in movies. And I thought when I grew up, that's it. I'll be able to remember numbers. What are you up to now? Let's see. Do we want to do this one next? We'll see that one. Put that one here. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a good one right here. Okay. This is one of the good ones. You ready for this one here? Doesn't really apply today with cell phones and everything, but I thought, back then when I was a kid, I didn't really talk to anyone on the phone unless it was my gammy. But I thought when you were talking on the phone and somebody hung up and you got that dial tone after they hung up, I don't even think kids even know what dial tones are nowadays. It's this sound right here. Memories. But I thought if you screamed to the phone loud enough, somehow they would hear you, even if it's clear they already hung up. Because that's what they do in movies. They hang up, you hear the dial tone, and someone's like, hey, Charlie, pick up. Like how they're going to hear it? If there's a dial tone, that means the phone's already on the receiver. I guess if you go back far enough, you can tell Sarah to recall the number. You know, where she puts that little plug in a hole and everything. Where is that? Oh, that one. Get out of here! Okay, where are we at? Number three. This one I couldn't wait to come true. Beautiful, young, sexy women love to have fornication with ugly, fat men that they hardly know. Now, I didn't learn that from watching mainstream movies. I think you know where I learned that from. You know, back when those kind of movies had storylines. And not just clips. Remember that? Okay, here we go. Number two. This one made me want to be a policeman because whenever a police or a detective or anybody, it doesn't have to be law enforcement, is on a stakeout, when they're watching someone's house and they have to sit in the car across the street or maybe inside the house looking through binoculars at someone, it never fails. Nothing exciting will happen all day until the pizza shows up or the cop comes back with his donuts. You know, one cop would be out buying donuts. The other one will come back. All right, cherry glazed. Give me one of them donuts. And then, our perps on the move. They're always looking at perps. They love to look at perps. And now, I hold in my hand the number one thing I thought in movies that would be true when I grew up. I thought the world was covered in quicksand. Where's all this quicksand? That's all I heard about as a kid watching movies. Whenever someone went into the woods or went on to an adventure, everybody was getting stuck in quicksand. And now I'm almost a 40-year-old man. And I've never once seen quicksand, to be honest with you. I don't even know if it's a real thing. Is quicksand real? Is it really like in the movies? Where Gilligan's Island, every week there would be a quicksand. Every cool movie almost had some form of quicksand. Then I got old, adult, and I couldn't wait to get out there in the world myself and stand in some quicksand. And you know what? Never saw it. Never ran into quicksand. Never. I've never ran into quicksand. Golly, this thing just wants to come back in my face. Never. Where is the quicksand? Give me the quicksand. Well, that's a look at 15 things I thought while watching movies and TV as a kid that I could enjoy when I grew up and became an adult and had a real life. But maybe I'm still looking for that real life. Anyway, let me know in the comments below some things you thought in movies that would become real when you got older, or was part of life when you became an adult, or just cliches of movies you're tired of seeing. As always, please subscribe to the channel. Thumb up so I know you like this content, and I'll be back again very soon.
Oh man, channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.